Alright, so here's a quick one. This was just in tournament practice. It wasn't in league. Um, but I like, this is me trying out a Whir version. So Intuo has been doing really well with his Whir build. So I figured that I'd go ahead and give it a shot. Do something very, very much like it. So I based it off of his build. But I do like this hand. Turn 1 Thoughtseize, and I'm playing Shamans. So I picked the Burning Tree Emissary. I have a Grafdigger's Cage for the Collected Company. Um, so I get the Emissary so they can't chain out emissaries. I'm trying to live long enough to be able to work for the bridge. There's a forest. Yep. So I really want the 3 blue mana now. So Emissary. And they top decked a Harmonic Prodigy, which is unfortunate for me. I draw another Whir, which is unfortunate for me. So Visionary is going to draw them 2 cards. They do make a mistake and attack into my construct. So I'm not recording this for data because they make that punt. Or I don't plan on recording it for data. I think they still win. Yeah, they still win this anyways. So, I mean, I guess because they still win, and recording it for data probably isn't terrible. But there, hey, I got 2 blue lands now. I just need the 3rd, get the bridge, and I'll be okay. I messed up there. I should have milled that Rage Forger. And I probably should have popped the bauble here, I think. But I was thinking that I probably still had plenty of time. It probably helps to read the opponent's cards. And I probably should have gotten a cookbook there. So I'm trying to mill to a blue mana. And I'm just not getting it. And yeah, it gets real bad right here. And I can't win, so I didn't even count up the damage. I was just like, well, let's see what happens. I didn't really get a good feel for how their deck worked. I wasn't really paying much attention, so this is what happens when you play Lantern lazily. And I realized, yeah, I can't block and survive, I don't think. Yeah, I can block 3 of the, well actually 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll die exactly at 6. So that's unfortunate. So yeah, game 2. Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's see. I side out the needles. Those don't really do anything. And I side out a duress. And I sided in 3 collective brutality. I also sided out a witchbane orb. Um, Can't remember what for. Oh, I started out a Witchbane Orb and something else, I think. I forget what. For the Blood Chief's Thirst. So I'm okay with this hand. I figure I can do turn 1 discard, turn 2 talisman, Pixis, bauble, then look at my top card and try to dig, and I have the mana I need for Whir. So, and or bridge. Okay. I was only able to get one card out of their hand, and it was the Utopia Sprawl, and they have gas. However, all of their gas gets shut down by Torpor Orb. They top deck an elf. So I'm looking for a Whir or a Torpor Orb. Yeah. See, it's a Duress. Duress doesn't do anything for me, so mill it. Thoughtseize isn't bad. There's a Whir on top, so that's going to give me the Torpor Orb, so I'm going to save my bridge. They don't have lethal. Let's see, 3 cards in hand. I get the Masked Vandal because it costs the least. They don't have a 3rd mana yet, so that's going to buy me time to get the Whir for the Torpor Orb and then bridge. There is an Ancient Grudge, unfortunately. So, pretty sure they go to draw it, and I have to sack my Lantern to make it so that they can't. And they bolt me. There's the Sprawl. And they still have a Rex Sage. Their clock is still slow. They have... so I'm going to save this Whir. They go to Rex Sage now. I'm guessing that they thought that if I had a bridge I would have played it, but no, I'm not going to play a bridge in a Rex Sage if I don't have to. So I go get that Torpor Orb. And now I can play bridge. I am going to take damage because they got 1/1s they can swing under bridge. And I am doing the blind mill with the Pixis in case I get a Ancient Grudge. So they have a lot of dead top decks here. So that buys me a whole lot of time. I'm very happy to see that Saga. That's going to get me the Lantern that I need. Because really, it looks like all I need to do is make it so they don't draw Ancient Grudge. I Blood Chief's Thirst that Goblin so that they can't chain a bunch of spells in a row. And I end up drawing a Lantern instead. So I'm pretty sure I get another Mill Rock. Yeah. And they have, like I said, so many dead draws here. Yeah, discard that for the cookbook to try to gain some life, just in case. And they concede. So, game 3. This hand looks pretty good. Like it really looks pretty good. Um, so I go to Thoughtseize. Um, let's see. I can't remember what I take here. I'm gonna kill that goblin with my Blood Chief's Thirst so that they can't chain a bunch of spells in a row. I think I take the Emissary, if I'm not mistaken. And for the rest of them, if I can whir for a Torpor Orb, I should be okay. But the Emissary, I think, slows them down. No, oh, yeah. I should have taken the Emissary in hindsight. And I think they top decked an Emissary too. Yeah. So yeah, I should have taken the Emissary. And I'm pretty sure that's what cost me the game here. So I can still whir for the Torpor Orb. Uh, so I won't be able to empty my hand for bridge yet. So playing bridge here doesn't matter too much. And Torpor Orb shuts off their ETBs anyways, so they wouldn't even be pumping their guys. So now I will play bridge. And I'm not mistaken, they top decked the Grudge. And they killed the bridge. They made a mistake there, I think, and they recognized it afterwards that they should have gotten the Torpor Orb with the Grudge, um, and then they can play the Rex Sage to kill the bridge. Yeah, they paused for a while. It was like they were trying to figure out why they couldn't do Grudge from the graveyard, and I said Grafdigger's Cage. I don't know if that's what they were thinking about, but so here I'm looking for. I'm gonna try to shuffle my top. I'm going to bobble myself, try to dig to a bridge. I see a Profane Tutor that's not going to save me, so I exile it. And I just need either a bridge or a whir. And I get neither. And that's neither. So, yeah. And then I'm going to lose to the attacks. So, yeah, that was game 3.